is, yeah, right now it looks like you can just pretty much heal through it, and they go for the Valentina. A little bit more close range, shorter, but with everything that Indonesia can throw right now, the Valentina feels like it's not going to have a good time.
It's happening right now, actually, so I thought we had some time. Here we go. Let's jump into it. The Land of Dawn, at best of 3, third place decided between Indonesia and Saudi Arabia. Mirko, how are we feeling about the drafts here? We heard the panel, how they feel about it. How do you feel about it?
I like it. I like the drafts coming in from Indonesia. I feel like it matches what they've been able to do a lot. Like, a lot of the successes we've seen from Indonesia has been through getting the control, getting the pressure down early on. With the Lo Yi plus the Khalid, I think they'll have a lot more tools to do that. Especially with the Khalid, you can already see the pressure given towards Cup in the mid lane, together with Sans. Troll will dish out a bit more damage onto Keyboy, but it's all about the mid lane trade. Sans will be zoning Cuffin away from these minions.
I feel like Troll got a preview of what Keyboy did yesterday with this same hero, right, the Khalid Roam, how much pressure he was able to go ahead and put on Sakai's in that game 2, if I remember right, when he was playing the Nolan. So Troll's job here is, yeah, contain Keyboy from doing what he wants to do and slow things down, because Tarzan so far on this jungle X-Borg is having a pretty safe time, right?
Yeah.
And so that's always something they have to watch out for, because Keyboy, he doesn't have to go back to base, man. Like, he can just go ahead, heal back up, and just be a nuisance to Tarzan and try to keep him from getting to that point where he has that, you know, level 4 available.
Yeah, Cuffin really struggling in the mid lane here up against this Lo Yi, constantly getting the yin-yang reactions. Sans very, very good on the Lo Yi. You can see that Troll always has to just get some space here for Cuffin to even get some farm. He canceled the recall earlier. Cuffin forced back again. This time they were already able to shove the wave though, so he should be able to recall this time around. No more threat of a cancel for that recall.
Okay, so while we wait for this first objective to pop up here, you know, first turtle of the game, we're going to have to go ahead and see how they execute this fight, because again, the level 4s that are going to be available for the first objective take are always crucial. You know, Keyboy doesn't have the Raging Sandstorm, neither does Troll have that Way of the Dragon. So right now, Turtle started up, and it looks like this just might go in the hands of Indonesia.
Yeah, no Faraga armor. Tarzan will have to concede this turtle. Troll, he'll walk up, get Jikundo. Albert should be able to take this. No retribution committed even. Luke pops into Consecration, still has the Purify, and Albert will utilize this retribution that he didn't use on the turtle. Wait, what happened? Bottom lane. Whoa. Solo kill. Sano getting the kill diversion into the back. Tarzan gonna be locked down as well. Troll, good way to drag it over to Keyboy. Spirit of Alpha cancels it out. Raging Sandstorm steal from Cuffin.
Wow, what a setup from both teams so far. Not sure if Luke's going to be able to do anything more from this. Again, it's just the Uranus. So he kind of delays this a little bit further from getting that orange buff, but Tarzan will make his way, and Luke should just get on out of there. But yeah, a fight happening between both teams, keeping it relatively even, but a couple more kills here in the hands of Saudi Arabia. They'll play around this, and we're talking about scaling, right? Scaling what they can do. How can they get into the game where they have the best mid-game transition that they need? Now, if you're looking at Saudi Arabia's lineup and how they do that, aside from the fact that Troll is this pick-off guy for them, they have other tools that they can use. Part of this, too, is just having Sanji later on in the Phoveus. Oh, is he going to go for the kick?
Luke still has Purify. Pops into Purify. The way to Dragon locks Keyboy down, though, straight into the fire of the last Insanity. Saudi Arabia leading 4-1 in kills.
That's what I was saying, man. You know, you have the, well, I was going to say the Hitman, but this is Troll using the Hitman hero that we used to see so often. But the Cho himself is that guy to go ahead and get a pick off early on, especially when you don't necessarily have those defensive items yet to withstand, you know, a lot of that pressure. And if Troll does that every single time, whether he uses a flicker or not, that's where it kind of keeps Keyboy in check. Because again, Keyboy's job is just to be that aggressor, just to be that nuisance. And now Cuffin, he's holding on to the Raging Sandstorm himself. And this can actually be quite a deadly combo if you think about it, right? Raging Sandstorm with the last Insanity from Tarzan. And that's why fighting around these choke points in the jungle is pretty difficult. Whoa.
Again, good way to drag it, but it's onto Luke. Sans getting in reaction. Albert, Spear of Alpha forward, unable to find anyone. Tarzan is poking Indonesia down. Turtle number 2 spotting the game. Tarzan, again, Faraga armor bursted down by the Lo Yi of Sans.
Diversion.
It's a diversion. Where is it gonna go? Up top into the orange buff. Tarzan, unable to walk in his own jungle. 3-man ambush as Albert gets the turtle for free.
That's a whole lot here, Mirko, early on, just with a diversion, enough to go and get the timing off of the orange buff again. Tarzan, what? Oh,
2v1!
2v1, he's still going.
Albert gets the kill back. At least it's a trade, but what's going on? CW solo kill early in a 2v1, falling as well. Troll looking for the way of the dragon. Will not be able to get it. Uncharacteristic stuff, man.
So the Mozcom versus that Wanwan, that matchup right there, Sano versus CW. I'm surprised, you know, he did have to burn the flicker, but he's got that lead now against CW. I'm wondering what the difference is in terms of the gold for the gold laners right now, because it's going to make it a little bit difficult now for CW to obviously be in that lane. The turrets are still up, though, so he might have to rely on some of the support coming through from the rest of the Indonesian team, and it looks like they might just do that because they've got to stop Sano from getting that power spike he's looking for on this Mozcov. You can see what's happening here, too. Troll waiting patiently for this. He's going to go ahead and back off from it, but looks like pressure on this tier 1 is the plan for Indonesia right now, where they want to open up the map for themselves.
Oh, wow, wait. All right, CW looking for the turret in the bottom lane. Minion wave will be able to crash down on a diversion. Over to the bush. Troll is right there, but it is a choke. Good shut pool way to open up that part of the map.
Okay, mid lane, again, they're just trying to hold it down, keeping things together. Troll still looking, again, he doesn't have the flicker just yet, maybe a couple seconds away before he has it. And that's what we're seeing here. Again, when they wait for that next turtle up, Indonesia has not been contested properly with Saudi Arabia trying to contest that, but they're looking for more kills and trying to work around it. They're finally getting, you know, some space to work around with, but they're down, what, 3,000 gold at this point. Indonesia going in, Troll.
Way to dragon.
Not the kick he was looking for.
Definitely not. Troll not going to be chased down. Crossbow Tang was ready, but he kills him before getting all the weakness points. CW punishing that mistake.
Yeah, I think that's really the point here. You know, it's always this way with the Cho pick. Like, you are going to extend Luke, though. Look how much he's tanking here. Diversion.
Diversion, though, the consecration. Luke is able to survive. Now, last insanity committed down as well. Luke will fall. But Tarzan caught in Spear of Alpha. Albert going in. Raging Sandstorm with a flicker back, but he will not be able to find anyone. So Raging Sandstorm steals Sanji, flickering away. Albert caught in the midst of it all. Terrified down. Troll with a knockup and the way the dragon into Sano's spear. And again, now it's Troll who gets caught by the yin-yang reaction. Two more for the crossbow. Tay gets it, translating it over to Sano, who's going to be gunned down from the skies, but will be able to flicker out the safety. Now Sanji, Infernal Pursuit.
So he's still going. See, oh, Sanji's in trouble. He goes in, but he's not going to be able to pick up the kill with the Spear of Destruction. As Sano goes in, cleans up the kill, and gets some payback as they fight back into the jungle. What a team fight.
A long team fight. 3 members make it 4 with Albert, who died so early in the skirmish. Luke, it was essentially a wipeout. Luke died there too. 5 members of Indonesia falling. And again, overextending, but Sano, he's really been the main man here, getting a 2v1 victory, a 1v1 victory, and turning the tides of the fight with that brilliant SOD.
I'm so surprised that we have such extended team fights too, and the fact that, you know, Indonesia doesn't have any revitalizes. They're just able to go ahead and tank up some bodies, you know, because of Luke. He's there. A whole lot was used on both sides of that team fight though too, and you're starting to see Sands, like he has shown before on the Salui, is starting to get to that threat level as he picks up the glowing wand too. His damage is quite scary if you're Saudi Arabian, you're approaching that. Earlier on, we did see Cuffin go ahead and copy that Raging Sandstorm, and the timing on that changes as well, right? How they initiate the fights or follow that up. So a lot of the focus has been really on just putting pressure in the jungle against Tarzan, but I would say Saudi Arabia's been doing a good job at responding to that. Diversion's gonna be used again.
Troll shut. Raging Sandstorm, Spear of Alpha displaced. Oh! Troll gets away because of the Spear of Alpha. He's burning down. Now Cuffin steals away the Spear of Alpha, tries to go on to Luke. He's still able to survive with the consecration, but look at the stacks put on him. Tarzan, last insanity with the Infernal Pursuit. That goes Luke. Now Tarzan caught on the Spear of Alpha again. It seems like we've been having 3-4 Spear of Alphas every fight.
It's either 3 or 4 Spear of Alphas or 2 Raging Sandstorms. A whole lot happening here in Riyadh right now. But what's happening now is the Lord is going to be secured by Indonesia. Not much Troll can do. Again, the jungler is down for Saudi Arabia as that Lord is secured. A diversion again this side of the map. Malefic Gun also just picked up CW. Where are they going to go? Troll. It's probably going to be the focus here. Again, even Sano's got to be very careful about this because right now they're looking to make a play.
Walks up, getting the in-hand reaction. Now Keyboy walks up as well. Sano able to get away, but Albert gets him with a Spear of Alpha. Now let's see, will they be able to capitalize on this? Albert will be caught. No Raging Sandstorm from Keyboy, finding the McTuffin responds it over with. Now Keyboy healing back up. Tarzan with the last insanity used up already, and now the re-engage from CW as he looks to go for more. Into the back he goes. That's a Purify. Now the crossbow attack not ready just yet. CW failing to get the last weakness point. Keyboy will tank it up, gets executed. CW jumped on. Luke all alone, now able to dash away from the base, but that was messy.
A little bit messy there, but they got the job done. Again, Lord still making his way top side. They get some bodies. CW was looking for that last one, you know? He does have them.
Not too sure if we're going to get into the game. Yeah, it looks like it's safe right now. Yeah, all right, there you go.
Okay. All right, we're back into the game. Sano's going to go ahead and clear that up. They might even just hold on to the base turrets, it looks like. So Sans was alive. There's the spear, though.
Way to drag it too, but Sans, good diversion out to safety. He didn't get the purple buff, though.
Yeah. Thought he'd be able to get that, but ultimately, like we were just saying, you know, if Saudi Arabia can go ahead and defend, they're in a good position to be able to do it. They do just that, and Lord is dealt with. So, you know, with Indonesia being a little overzealous earlier on, like we talked about, pushing into the base because of how that happened, that Lord ultimately didn't result into much, right? And so it gives them an opportunity for Saudi Arabia to go ahead and turn things around and get in a better position for the next objective take here. I think part of this too is what does Cuffin take? You know, a lot of the times we've been seeing him take that Raging Sandstorm, and that might end up working best for them here. But I think it's just counterplaying this diversion. Before the Lord even comes up, as I say it, before that Lord even comes up, they're probably going to try to look for some form of an advantage in numbers, right? That's what we've seen so often with Indonesia. For Saudi Arabia, do you think they can actually approach this Lord fight and contest it with what's going on in the game? You know, they're not down that much here, Mirko, but you got to defend this tier 2 right now. You got to go through, technically. Then it might take away a lot of the damage here from Indonesia. So looks like we're back into the game, still on the defense here. We're still about 30 seconds away from this Lord coming up here, and that's where we have to really see, what does Saudi Arabia plan to do? Do they plan to just give up the next big objective, or do they plan to actually contest it? These buffs are going to get taken away. You're already seeing, like you said, this Lui is such a crucial pick, especially for a team like Indonesia, because look at the damage right now coming through from Sands, and it looks like Cuffin will take that Raging Sandstorm. So ultimately, you're 5 seconds away. They know that they might want to go ahead and contest this. Albert's picking up a winner crown himself. Sano finally gets a malefic gun. Yeah. So we'll see this. Once again, they can play with the fact that they have a Spear of Destruction available. You know, looking at it again, Naisu, maybe they shouldn't contest, right? We were talking about it being a 2,000 gold lead, which is true, 2 to 3K. But Tarzan is 3 levels down on Albert. That's a massive advantage on Albert when it comes to Retribution. So if they don't have control in the side lane, I don't know, Troll goes in. We're able to find a way to try it out to Sans of all people. Raging Sandstorm from Cuffin as well. CW popping the nature Troll. There was one more weakness point there. The Spear of Alpha will be able to peel for the team. Sanji will be slain 1 for 1. Sands for Sanji right now. Lord's going to go for the reset. They want more though. Cuffin will flicker out, and Luke might be on the chase here. Keyboy as well. Goes in.
Whoa, good Abyss Walker from Sano, dodging away from the Raging Sandstorm flicker. But it does buy enough space for Indonesia to go for the Lord. It will be for free. Troll and Tarzan unable to walk up just in time. Now CW in the chase will learn from his past mistakes, and he will just take the discipline route. Sans respawning, diversioning into the mid lane.
Yeah, trying to get through there again. This is ultimately what we were looking for, and it looked like, you know, Saudi Arabia alongside Troll was like, yeah, we're going to go for this, try to make something happen. And it looked like it was a really good team fight for them, but a good disengage from Indonesia, and then they re-engaged.
Rose Gold Dog.
Rose Gold Dog gets picked up. CW now a little bit more defensive, and this is where we were talking about. So now you have a Lord enhanced going down the bottom. Saudi Arabia wants to hold on to what they can, but they're surely going to lose this bottom turret as that charge is going to come through, and they'll keep it together the best they can. But looking to open up the base, Indonesia does just that. Keyboy also picking up a Blade of Pepsi's this late in the game. Wants to go in for this execute with a Raging Sandstorm. So Lord finally getting cleared out. 2 base turrets left for Saudi Arabia. What will Indonesia do? How do they approach the fight? Again, waiting for that diversion if they use it or not. It looks like right now they hold on to the 2 base turrets for Saudi Arabia.
Holding on to it really, really well. Again, they have great wave clear with Sano, great wave clear with Tarzan as well. They can just consistently play in their base. Like you said, their safe haven is definitely inside of the base. But Indonesia are looking to just brute force it. Immortality Patrol, looking for a possible angle to get Sans again. He has to be very careful. Doesn't have to Purify. They're not managing waves where it'll crash together. It is one wave in the mid lane, one wave up top, and clearly when you have a The next board, Anna Moskov, those ways will be cleared up really easily.
Yeah, you cleared out. Luke taking a couple shots. He's still tanky enough, though. Again, he can just kind of do this freely for now, and we might find ourselves in a situation where, again, it's going to be up to the next Lord, unless Saudi Arabia presses the situation. Divine Glaive being picked up. A little more defensive here, too, for Albert, as he might be looking to jump in. Also, crucial item for Sano now, too. This is all what we were talking about. That 15-minute mark when you start to pick up these defensive items especially. Even something like the Rose Gold Meteor, and then when they start switching some of the items out, that plays a part in a lot of the timings from both the initiations with these compositions. Sanji also himself picking up a winner crown. So now we're looking at multiple winner crowns for both sides. Of course, the immortalities too. And even to get through Tarzan, he's catching up, right? By him some time, he's almost level 15. So they might have gotten themselves in a position here to be like one second, we're ready to rock for this Lord. We'll be able to test it. And they might have tried to do the same thing where they send Troll to go and possibly get a pick off and start a fight, but not just get baited into a, engaged, disengaged scenario against Indonesia.
Sano's just walking up, dealing a bit of damage onto Luke. He buys the immortality too, and you can see that regen, full stacks on the Uranus, taking the damage and then healing it up all the way back.
The one thing too, they got to manage that bottom wave, right? That's part of the deal here, but when you got a Moskov, that's not much of a problem. You park him in the lane that's being pushed, he can just show up with that ultimate, that Spirit Destruction. Lord is up now. Indonesia, we expect them to go ahead and take the stage with this one. Albert will go ahead and start it up. Troll giving me information, and Tarzan just around the corner has the immortality himself now too. Luke is still top side though, so they might be looking for their own kind of play here. They're going to clear out mid lane. That's going to be a reset. Troll.
Back over to Jiku, no finding two right there. Reset, Circle Cup in. Able to find Sans with the Raiden Dragon, but he's able to flicker out to safety. Keyboy taken down. Now Sans, in reaction, looking for it. Albert will be able to find the back line. Now pops in a crown as well. Tarzan, immortality is still there. Gets popped in. Albert still surviving. Faraga armor next. Sans with the Yin reaction. Cuff in is next to the chopping block. Good terrify out, but the sustain is just too much for Saudi Arabia to deal with. CW's on a triple. He's a maniac in game one.
Maniac in game one, and that looked like that might be it. It's a wipeout, and Indonesia will make their way to the base to end the game. Game number one, 17 minutes in. They'll take the first blood of the series of the best of three for the battle for thirds here. What a matchup. Took us a little bit longer to get to, but hey, Saudi Arabia tried and fought with all their will, but a decisive team fight at the end. And remember, all those items we were talking about, the winter crowns, the immortalities, the rose gold dog, everything played a part in that last fight. And you're